An explosive text revealed in court as prosecutors wrap up their case against Charlie Bothuell's father and stepmom.
They could end up standing trial on child abuse charges, and today the prosecution called its last witness the lead investigator.
7 Action News reporter Kimberly Craig was in the courtroom, and she's live now with the very latest. Kim?
You guys sound a lot like the judge. She is seriously ready for this preliminary exam, this slow-moving prelim, to be over. This is day 10 with the officer in charge of the case finally on the stand.
Did you draw any conclusion as the commander that the child may have been murdered?
It was deemed a possibility.
5 days after Charlie Bothuell IV and his wife Monique reported his 12-year-old son missing, Detroit Police Sergeant Paul Pesmark became the officer in charge of the case. He's the last witness for the prosecution in this long preliminary exam to see if there's enough evidence to order the Bothuells to stand trial on charges of abuse and torture. The defense contends 12-year-old Charlie had not been ordered by his stepmom to hide in the basement. They suggest that young Charlie alone was choosing to hide from police and his family. Sergeant Pesmark says there was a surveillance camera in the common hallway outside the basement.
What did you view on that surveillance video?
I observed the missing Charlie Bothuell V prior to the day he went missing, taking garbage out. And then from the time that he went missing to the time that I arrived, I did not observe him go through the basement door.
Today, prosecutors admitted into evidence an explosive text from Mr. Bothuell to his wife just about an hour or so before Mrs. Bothuell said Charlie ran away. They were texting about what they considered were excuses Charlie was coming up with to avoid his 4,000 revolutions on the elliptical. Mr. Bothuell wrote, "Wow, we need to get this money and ship his expletive. I am going to gear him towards completing one of these expletive law schools that I'm about to attend. He lacks the discipline and core character and drive to be a doctor, nurse, scientist, period. Maybe time and continued effort may help, but I have no reason to be hopeful at this point. Let's get this money and get him gone." And Mr. Bothuell's attorneys say he was actually referring to getting money to send young Charlie to boarding school. Now, this preliminary examination will actually resume next week, Wednesday. At that time, the judge says this will be the last day of testimony in this case before she will decide if the Bothuells will stand trial on the charges, and if so, what charges they'll face. Back to you.